Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm gonna show you how I braid my hair. This is what I'm starting out with. It is fresh out the shower, still very damp, which is very important for keeping it easy to work with. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start parting my hair and braiding. I'm gonna show you a little bit more in detail what I do when I get closer to the front of my head. But for now, I'm just gonna show like a sped up version of me going. All right, so see you in a bit.
Okay, so to begin, I'm going to go ahead and start off with my rat tail or long tooth comb. This is just going to make it a little bit easier to separate my hair and part it in a straight line, especially because I'm doing the back of my head. I cannot see what I'm doing. Alright, so it's going to take me quite some time because obviously parting your 4C hair is it's quite a lot of work. So I will see you back there once I finally get that all dealt with. Okay, so now I've managed to get like a rough part going, so now I'm going to go ahead and section off my hair here. And what you're going to see shortly is I'm going to go back in with my long tooth comb just to make the part a little bit straighter and just a little bit more precise. Okay, so now I'm satisfied with my part. I'm going to go ahead and pull out my products, which is the Styler Gel and this Rasta locking wax. First, what I'm going to do is apply some of the Styler Gel along my part. This is just a nice, cool, soothing feeling, and it really conditions and moisturizes your hair. Also, I just feel like it really helps to keep my two hair sections separate. And again, it's very moisturizing, so I apply it to the rest of my hair. Next, I'm going to do a section off a small little piece of this part just so I can start my braid going. So what I'm first going to do is apply some more of that Styler Gel down the braid because I want it to really hold and look smooth and glossy when I'm done. Next, what I did here is I grabbed some of that Rasta locking wax, and this just to give it more texture and hold it so it's a little bit more precise. Then I'm going to detangle it one last time. I obviously detangled in the shower, but I'm going to detangle again. And I'm going to section it off into the 3 smaller sections and get my braid going. Alright, so that excess white at the top is obviously excess product, which my hair will later absorb. It's just going to keep it very healthy and nourished while it's in its protective style. And I gotta say, girl, the shrinkage is so real here. I would always wonder why my hair looked the same length all the time after, like, you know, it'd been braided for a while and stuff. It's just that shrinkage, because my curls are curly.
So, as you can see, I finished a pretty good deal with my head, but I still have quite a lot left. So I've been braiding my hair for a while at this point. It's dried out. So what I'm going to do is grab this little spray bottle, just fill it with regular water, and I'm just going to wet my hair again. And again, this just makes it a lot easier to work with and to mold and part and detangle, etc. Okay, so this is my current part here. It's not extremely crisp, as you can see, but you know, I can only do so good if I can't see my head. Anyways, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to try and reach around the same point at the end and the front of my hair, and I bring my fingers through, just kind of parting through the hair lightly until they meet in the middle, and then I gently separate these 2 sections of hair. So that includes me kind of detangling wherever's not separating at the top here, and just spread that throughout the row. Okay, So we have our basic part here now. As you can see, it's like super crooked and all this stuff like that. So what we're gonna do is tie up this section here that we're not working with right now, because it does not matter at the moment. So I'm gonna tie that in a little bun. And we're gonna take our tail comb and separate, just like comb the top part of your hair away from the part, just so it's a little bit more visible. That we're gonna do, excuse me, then what we're gonna do is grab the tail, go directly back and flat against your head to pull up the hair that you want out of your part. And then same thing, just gently separate it like so, until you get a straighter line, just like that. I'm a lot more careful towards the front of my hair, of course, because you can actually see this way more than you're going to be paying attention to the other parts of my head, but maybe that's also just the logic I tell myself because I can't see that part. Make sure it's about the size I want it to be. Like if I want a braid to be about this big, which this feels fine to me. Might get a little chunky towards the center, but again, I don't really mind all that much. All of my braids are kind of all different sizes. I'm just gonna hold this down to the side. So what I'm gonna do next, because I'm gonna go ahead and just make an L shape basically, so that I can bring it into like a U apart, so I know that I can just braid all around my head. So this is where it's gonna get a little trickier, of course, because again, I still can't see, and I'm just gonna have to do with that. So doing the same thing with my fingers meeting in the middle and separating. So now I parted that as best as I can. It's straight enough for me. So now what I'm gonna do is grab some of my Styler hair gel, which you can find at any beauty supply hair store. And I'm just going to grab a pretty fair amount of hair gel, like so. Put that on the back of my hand just so I have it for spreadability. I'm gonna put that directly on my scalp. That is complete. I already sprayed it again to dampen it up a bit some more. I'm gonna go ahead and just section a little tiny piece off to start a braid. So I'm gonna grab the tail again with my comb and separate some more. I think I want it a little bigger than that, so I'm gonna grab a tiny little sliver from the takeaway hair section. Okay, so now it's nice and straight. Grab some more gel. And then, as you know how to braid, you grab 3 sections of this section you created. So now you see 1, 2, 3. What you're gonna do is bring the outside, cross over the middle, over to the other side where you have the other hair. Then what you're going to do with that hair that was originally on this side, you're going to do the same, but cross over the middle section, bring the middle back to the middle. This is now on the opposite side. Now you can take the middle section, either go to the left or go to the right. I'm going to go to the left so that I can pull the hair that I crossed over there back to its original side and bring the hair that I substituted that was originally on the left side over to the right side, now into the middle. So now I have a tiny little knot like so. And I'm just going to keep repeating that action all the way down the shaft, or halfway down the shaft, because I like to twist for the remaining way of it, just so it's easier to take out later. So my head is now fully braided. Obviously none of these match at all, and I always kind of have a bit of a laugh looking at my hair after, but my concern is just to get all of my hair done. So now it's all down. This is what the finished just braiding process looks like. So the shrinkage is super real. My hair looks super short. I look just like how I did when I was a little kid with these little short braids. So you can stop here if you really want to. I personally like a lot more length, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull out the extensions. I have some colored red extensions that you've seen in a couple of my other videos. I had some more left over, like some brand new ones that I didn't use yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and install those in my head. So I'll show you how up close in the front, okay?
Okay, so now that you've sectioned off where you need, make sure your latch hook is open. Then you want to stick that through your braid. That can be from the top, the side, the bottom, really doesn't matter. I'm just going to go in from the top, and then I'm going to grab my hair extension, and I'm going to put the loop on the open latch hook, close the latch, and pull that through my braid. Next, what I'm going to do is grab the end of the extension and pull that through the loop to make a tied knot around my braid. And then to tuck my hair through the braid, I will again go in with the open latch hook and just pull that through the extension over and over and over again until it's all tucked away and not visible for later.
Here is the finished product. My hair just looks a lot more refreshed, less grown out, because I had like this much new growth on my hair yesterday when I was like, okay, I need to do this. So yeah, so as you can see, obviously the parts are still a little bit visible, but when you're looking from the front, it doesn't really matter. You can't really see that it's all different sizes, so it doesn't matter. Anyone can do this if I can do this. There's little bits here sticking out that I'm probably gonna have to cut a little bit more off of, just because I don't really like the long kind of goddess lock aspect to some of the braids, because I find they get really tangled and like matted, and they don't really like look that nice after a while. So I took all that part off, but yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and trim that a little bit more. This is what my hair looks like, and I am set, finally done after like 8 hours. I got started at 2 p.m. today to wash it, and then braiding and the whole process took pretty much all day. So I'm excited to just be done and get ready for bed and all that stuff now. So anyways, thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful for somebody who's looking to try and do their own hair. Again, if I can do it, anyone can. Anyways, take care. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Instagram for skincare videos, and let me know down below what else you'd like to see. Thank you.